Oh, there you go. One, two, one, two. You being for real right now? Surely, surely we got it now. All right. Um, Test. We're going to see if this. It doesn't. Okay. Of course, who would I be if not to test the mic situation? Testing the mic situation. Okay. Julio. As always, we have some trailers. Well, not as always, but as of late, we do have some trailers to get through. First things first, let's go in order of things that I'm ambivalent about, but still nonetheless excited. Did I just contradict myself? Probably. Okay. Trailer number one. Cook with me.
You ever heard of the Midnight Channel?
Why is this?
Domino might have been on that Midnight Channel before she died too.
Now where are we?
Whoa.
The
Feels like we're
homies.
someplace totally different. Watch out!
Yo!
What's going on here?
That's crazy.
We're getting to the bottom of it.
That's insane, actually.
The persona is to wield directly
Igor!
with one's heart, and the heart is strengthened through bonds.
Doesn't it sound cool?
Someone had to see that. I'm glad it was you.
Was that supposed to be him?
Good times never seem to last long, do they?
I hate you, sneaky, stupid bully jerk! I can't wait!
So, shall we?
Really? So neat!
Come on, don't call me that.
All shadows were originally born from humans.
Well,
I guess Teddy's
that
here
means
too.
Senpai got
I
killed
guess.
by her other self.
No! Get out of here! Don't look at me! Does that mean you're just gonna stuff me back in your head and pretend I'm not Rhea? I can't! I can't!
Shit.
Alright. Which means that we also gotta catch whoever's tossing people in here.
I think I'd like to help too. I'm not running away from this.
Well, but I have no problem taking down shadows.
Oh shit.
So yeah, I'll be counting on you, partner. Then let's team up and catch this jerk.
Let's end it. Here, go. Persona.
Absolute cinema. February 2027. Yo, 2027 is looking like to be one spiffy year for gaming. I'm not gonna lie. Of course. If time for shit, you gotta be joking. And of course, with the Persona 4 remaster now, there is sequel. Well, that implies 5, but I'm talking about 6. Cook with me. Who are you? Persona 6. No date? No year? No year. Damn. I was about to say I did not see Steam there. I would have been sad. Alright, so those are the 2 trailers I wanted to see. I'm kind of hyped for those. Of course, let's slide back into a different type of narrative. Let's check the 2 bullets. Monokuma file number 4. The victim is Haruhiko Kawashikawa. The estimated time of death is around 6 a.m. Body was found in the arsenal. The cause of death is excessive bleeding due to a gunshot wound on the right chest. In addition, the index finger and the middle finger of his right hand were ruptured and broken. The rest of his fingers on his right hand were fucked up too. Gunshot wound on the body's chest. It's also written in the Monokuma file, but appears to be direct cause of death. Unlike so far, it is the first murder that has occurred with a weapon for murder, called a gun. Shout out Yuki, man. So I can only get a sense of how it was dealt with these things. Furthermore, there are so many weapons in the arsenal and all of them are scattered. It won't be easy to find which one did it. Ruptured right hand. The corpse's right hand was in a terrifyingly miserable state. The flesh was tattered and a little discolored, while the index and middle fingers were completely cut off and went missing. What method was used? What method was used to destroy a hand in such a horrifying way? And was there any reason to destroy someone's hand like this? I'm a little confused about this. Even knowing what I know about the case, I'm a little bit confused about this. The guns on display in the arsenal were randomly scattered, so it's impossible to find out the direct murder weapon that hit Haru. It's possible that the culprit deliberately destroyed the gun. Like I've been saying, it deadass doesn't matter which gun shot him as long as it's just a gun. Unnatural bloodstains. The bloodstain that Haru shed was a little strange, as if he was wandering through the arsenal. Blood was smeared everywhere like a path. Was the killer dragging his corpse around? Anyways, there must be a reason for the blood to be left in this state. Severed fingers. It's Haruhiko's severed fingers. However, seeing that the location of his fingers are quite far from his body, I should also consider the possibility that Haru was moved from his original position when he was killed. Destroyed gun. Gun was completely destroyed. It was also smeared with blood, shattered, and fragmented. One interesting thing is that it was a loaded gun. How was it destroyed like this? I should also consider the possibility that this was the murder weapon that killed Haru. It cannot be ruled out given the bullets in it. Flash and smoke grenades. These were located near the entrance of the arsenal. I recall the fact when we opened the door to the arsenal at first, it seems the criminal manipulated 2 grenades to detonate when the door was open. If that's the case, what's the reason? It's a possibility that the culprit in the arsenal escaped as they crossed through the flashbang and smoke. Plank. This wood plank is broken and it was stuck in the doorknob of the arsenal. When I opened the door with Terubia, we heard a sound of something cracked from the inside. While pushing, which it seems this was the origin of the sound. The purpose was to make the door hard to open, and at the same time put the flash and smoke grenades on top of it so when we opened the door, they would fall, right? Right. Corner gun. It's a pistol that doesn't look very much different from the pistol which was destroyed. One strange thing is that it was alone in the corner as if someone hit it. Does it mean something, or is it just to kill or dispose of it while messing with their gun? Ria's behavior. He said this gun would explode. Touching gun alone in the corner of the arsenal, Turia showed a strange disapproval. He kept telling me to keep the hands off the gun, because it could trigger on its own. What on earth was he talking about? What are we talking about? And when I questioned him, he panicked and left the arsenal. Does Turia know something? Let her in the room. After borrowing a key from Haru's corpse, or just taking it, I guess, and checking his room, we found an unknown letter on the floor. The contents of the letter are as follows. To Haru, I have something to tell you. If you read this, why don't you come to the arsenal? I'm not trying to kill you. I hope you believe me. I'll wait. Kako's testimony. Arsenal, the room that Mikako used was the room right next to the arsenal. According to her, she heard a few people entering the arsenal during the dawn hours. She didn't say any details, but Mikako might know our alibis during dawn. Right. According to Tsurugi, the gunshot that caused Haru's death would not have been an instant death. The bullet didn't get stuck onto the body, so the impact was small, and they may have been able to move even a little. However, he said they probably died not long after his chest was blown. Alright. Look. Begin. Trial. Start. Yeah. Shadows Effie. Finally started. 4th class trial. One of us is the culprit that killed Haru. We must find the culprit at all costs. Guys? Alright, should we start discussing? Okay, we have to work hard, so where do we start with? What's this stuffy, awkward mood? There's only like 7 of y'all? It's not reasonable because our conflict reached its peak. First, I think each of you will have a lot of things to say before a trial, and the feelings that you're feeling will be different. But now let's focus on the trial in front of you and aside from everything else. Just like we did before, so haven't we? Tsurugi. As he said, now it's the trial. Let's swallow what we want to say to each other for a moment, because survival is our priority now. Well, priority for everyone minus the culprit. Ha! You don't take that for granted, do you? Let's get this started already. Then, let's begin. Once we get the case sorted out, let's organize a series of events in chronological order based on what everyone knows. Hey, wait a minute. Before that, I have something to say just for a minute, please. What is it, Satsuki? I'm the killer. Eh? Satsuki-chan? What did you just say just now? I said, I'm the killer. I'm the culprit who killed Haruhiko Kobishikawa. Don't play around, Satsuki. What are you saying all of a sudden? I guess you could say, Sasuke is guilty of clowning around. Don't play around, Satsuki. What are you saying all of a sudden? It's not a joke. It is actually just her clowning around. I went back for the double back. Sorry. Serious matter. Someone died. Are you serious? Don't make me laugh. Do you think that if you claim to be the criminal without physical evidence or logic, you'll become the culprit? I already killed Haru. It can't be. Stop making bad jokes, Satsuki. Guess you could say she is not just a clown, but the entire circus. Sorry. No more. So that was the last one. You should explain one step at a time. If we listen and we're convinced, then we can really believe that you're the culprit. Suddenly, what is all this? Just as the trial began, she said she was the culprit. If it was a normal culprit, they would never confess. But would Satsuki really be the culprit? Before making any judgments, let's first listen to what she has to say. Oh. What? Shift key. Right. I guess shift key is to switch bullets, and it enters to shoot. Why are you claiming to be the culprit? Let's hear your reason. At dawn, Bazin called me. Oh. Wait, Sasuke. Haru called you? Isn't that odd? Is it weird? The victim, Haru, called you? The culprit? That can't be it. Rather, the victim, Haru, was called by the culprit and went to the arsenal. If you were the culprit, you would know. You were saying he was called by the killer? That's... I don't know. It's ridiculous. The letter that was put in Haru's room is what he's talking about. Contents are like this. To Haruhiko, I have something to tell you. If you read this, why don't you come to the arsenal? I'm not trying to kill you. Hope you believe me. I'll wait. Whoa! If the contents of the letters are true, it makes no sense that Haru called Sasuke-chan and took her to the arsenal, right? It would be the opposite. That's right, but Sasuke said that she doesn't know much about this letter. The killer doesn't know the letter they sent. Nope, it doesn't make sense. I don't know. What if it was manipulation? Yuki and Tsurugi wrote the letter that I didn't know, and you're manipulating things now. Don't be a thickhead. Obviously, this evidence came from Haru's room. So, Sasuke's not the culprit? Well, she is guilty of being a clown. I unfortunately will be spamming this throughout the trial. Wrong! I really mean it! I'm the real culprit! Just look at the current evidence. Say Tsurugi is the culprit. It's hard to tell, but I want to make things a little clearer. Let's hear about it. Haruhiko's other wound, whose source is unknown to the evidence that the only culprit must know. It's fucked up hands. Tsuki, if you really are the culprit, there's only one thing I want you to tell me. This isn't like the letter, but a direct clue to his body. If you're the culprit, it's a clue that you must know. What's that? Haru's right hand, do you recall? His right hand was completely shattered. It's hard to say that this was a gunshot wound. If you're the culprit, can you tell me the true nature of this wound? I don't know. Why did his hand become that way? You don't have to talk anymore, you're not the culprit. Wait a second, I'm telling the truth! Why are you still claiming to be the killer? If it's real, even if it's Sasuke is the culprit, you'll only get executed. I don't know what you're thinking, but this is not a joke. I resist. If Sasuke unnecessarily confuse our reasoning and choose the wrong killer, we will all die. Maybe that might have been the purpose. What? You're close to Haru, who died this time, right? Apparently it looks like she is in severe shock, unlike the usual one who always talks at random. With that shock in mind, you're trying to make us follow Haru's fate. Isn't that right? That was it? Absolutely not. Of course, I am really sad Haru died, but I'm very much sane. Stop it, Sasuke. We haven't even started a proper discussion yet. If the discussion goes on, the killer will naturally be revealed. If you really are the killer, you don't have to rush things. It'll turn out okay. Suki-chan, she tried to pull a Hina. Damn, but even Hina had the wherewithal to wait until it was obvious that she did it. Has it been roughly organized? You wasted my time on useless things. So let's start from the beginning again, when the case started to happen. Oh, hold on a minute. Is it okay if we wait 1 minute before that? In this case, can we assume that Sasuke isn't completely the culprit? No, not necessarily. If Sasuke really is the culprit, there's still a possibility there. That's it? We haven't started any reasoning yet. First is a possibility from what happened a little while ago, but maybe there's something up. In that way, they were excluding themselves from the suspect line. had to be calculated. With Sasuke's mind, it's possible to tell. Hey, you're treating me as a fool right now. I don't think it was on purpose. Quiet. First, as Tsurugi says, let's summarize the unfolding of the case. Alright. Where can we start from the evening before the incident happened? Can we start from the evening before the incident happened? Where fucking Tsurugi was crazy. 6 people gathered at the restaurant. Maeda called us, and at the time, we were at a limit of our hunger, and we all thought to come together and meet each other in the thought that we should somehow unfold a hard policy. At the time, Tsurugi suggested... I'll tell you, I wasn't really sane back then. That's what happened. It was my fault for being immature. What's this? I didn't even see your faces the day before the murder took place. I don't know this, so explain exactly what's going on. Ray, when I tell you you missed one hell of a drama show, you truly did miss one hell of a drama show. Ray gave us a pen and paper to nominate one victim and one culprit. He asked for one person to vote. Since Monokuma banned suicide, it was a plan to settle the case at the expense of 2 people. That was really crazy. I'm so sorry. It's alright, it's all over now. We almost agreed to this plan too. Looks like the part I saw from there. I broke into the restaurant because the absurd plan was about to be implemented. As if your plan was any better. Yeah, Tsurugi came in and handed our guns to each of us to commit suicide. What? Oh, no, nothing at all. Keep going. What happens when you let fucking Tsurugi be alone for a whole week? He just completely goes crazy. Well, that's when things started to... That's when we started to fight back at Tsurugi. And we were lucky enough to catch him and was judged to be dangerous, so he couldn't move anymore. They fighting. Oh, sorry, I am so uneducated today. Continue, so... Problem starts after this. Thanks to Tsurugi, the plan was halted, but there was no progress for the day. We locked Tsurugi in the room and then went back to each room. Between this morning, Haru died. I couldn't sleep all night, so I was staying with my eyes open, but I heard something outside in the morning, so I went out, and Maeda was asking for help, saying that the door was not opening. And when you somehow opened the door, you found the body? Yeah, that's right. This case is missing our eyes between the dawn hours, and there is not much evidence. This case is missing our eyes between the dawn hours, and there is not much evidence. We have no choice but to share information we know with each other. First, a few alibis can be established by hearing about this. I mean, everyone will claim to be in their own rooms. Alibis? Yeah, so then let's dig into alibis one by one, alright? Once again, I say everyone will claim to be in their own room, so what could... like, whatever. Oh. Well, this is obviously going to be Mikako's testimony. Oh. The only one who can say anything. First off, it won't be a problem if I exclude myself from suspect list since I was tied up, right? Oh, certainly. An idea where Tsurugi commits the crime doesn't seem possible. I mean, he almost did. I have an alibi, Maeda and me, right? Well, I don't know about that one. We were together when the BDA happened. So if we can be suspected as... So the ones who can be suspected of criminal are Rei, Akane, Sasuke, and Mikako. It's those 4 people. Doesn't really have an alibi, but it's not me. I don't really have an alibi, but it's not me. Satsuki is the killer! Shut up already. Stop causing trouble. Information. Yep. Gotcha. Tsurugi, wait, come to think about it, I think there was someone who knows the alibis during dawn in detail. Now the only problem, okay. The only problem with this is that they themselves don't have an alibi, so we actually have to establish on what authorities we can trust Mikako's testimony. Who is it? During the investigation, Mikako, she clearly testified to me that she had been the one who went to the arsenal in the morning, right, Mikako? Yes. What? If that's true, the culprit has already been revealed, right? Well... You're noisy. Be quiet. Hey, dark circles. So, who did you see? Mikako's room is right next to the arsenal, so she heard the arsenal's door opening and closing. Of course, the arsenal is soundproof, so she didn't hear the insides. She didn't hear the sounds from the inside. I don't think hearing only sounds is enough to be direct witness testimony. No, I saw people passing by in front of my door. What? No way, you've been watching the hallway all morning. Is that what you mean? But then, still, it would have been difficult to stay sane and hungry, but watching the hallway all night without sleep is... I mean, apparently she has one hell of a upbringing. Oh. However, that worked nicely in reverse. The culprit couldn't have thought that there must have been someone in the midst watching. Again, we were all delirious from the lack of food. I ask, on what grounds can we really trust Mikako's testimony? So then who passed by? Well, I don't know the time. The exact time is unknown, but it was in this order. First, it was Haru and Satsuki, from left to right. The arsenal didn't open at this time. A little later, Satsuki went from right to left. She was alone this time. A little after Satsuki passed, Teruya went from left to right. A little later again, I heard the sound of the arsenal door, then Teruya went from right to left. After a while, Haru goes from right to left. Soon after, Haru and Satsuki are together again. So it was Haru and Satsuki, then Satsuki, then Haru, then Teruya, then Haru, then Haru and Satsuki are last. Right, okay. I think we're at a point where I can say what I want to say now. Teruya 100% sent that note, right? Last stream, I said that we don't know who ended up with the paper, but it stands to reason that after Tsurugi did all the shit that he did, Haru picked it up and then sent it to... It's not Haru. Teruya picked it up and sent it to Haru. And it makes sense because he says, the letter says, I'm not trying to kill you. And who else would kind of have that sentiment at the time other than Teruya? I don't know what you're saying. I don't know what left to right or right to left. To Arsenal, from the Arsenal. Can you just tell us a little more clearly? The only one that doesn't understand something so simple, aren't you? Don't cut the flow for no reason. Focus and listen. I mean... Listen. Is it crazy that she doesn't understand? A little bit. But also, Mikako didn't explain this in the best possible way. So, valid question. Don't be like that. I'm a little confused too. But let's listen to Mikako's story until the end and reorganize it in an easy to understand manner. Mikako, is that everything? Indeed. As you said, you can assume that the killer has already revealed themselves. At the time of investigation, I didn't know this because Mikako didn't tell me properly, but this is definitely a tremendous amount of information. Hey, I want to join the discussion too, but can you tell us a little bit more easily? Kane. Never change, Akane. Oh, sorry, Akane. I'll reorganize so it's easy to understand. Before that, there's something I want to check again. The location of the room of each of us was using. If we know this, I think we can properly organize for information. Well, that's certainly something what to do and need to move on. From what I roughly checked with each other during the investigation. Duel. So, it was Haru and Satsuki from left to right. Satsuki from right to left. And then Haru from right to left. And it was Teruya from left to right. And it was Haru from left to right. And I guess Haru left at some point. And then it was Satsuki and Haru left to right. As you would know if you did a little closer examination, there are several tags on the door of each room. Right. Room 14. Yeah, that's like the closest one to the kitchen, to the dining hall. Maria, words cannot describe how badly you fumbled everything by leaving the door open. I mean, by stealing the food first and foremost, but like after stealing the food, you didn't bother making sure that your door was locked. According to the tag, the rooms are distributed in this manner. The Undercover randomly gave us a key for each room, and for what I have investigated... Ayo! Is this supposed to be Tsurugi's rendition of where everyone was staying? Hey. This is probably how each of us were located, each room. Make sure. Okay. We're Gucci now. I'm gonna leave this here. When we consider Mikako's testimony after raising distribution of each room used by each person in this way, we can see that a few suspects are eliminated. And one located on the right side of the hallway. I mean, I don't understand Mikako's words at all. That's your own fault. Are you gonna blow up valuable discussion time for someone like you? Brother, I thought you said to put our feelings aside for the sake of the class trial. This does not look like putting your feelings aside, Tsurugi. Tsurugi, that's too far. It's important for one person to know about the case, right? I'll rearrange it and explain it to Akane. Do what you like, preferably as quickly as possible. Tsurugi, you still don't seem to forgive me. Insane case, by the way. That he doesn't forgive her. Akane, summarize Mikako's words simply. First, the fact that Mikako watched the hallway all morning. Akane, you heard it earlier, right? And based on what Tsurugi summarized, Mikako's room is room 8. It's the room on the right side of the arsenal. Everyone on the right side. I'm stupid. Everyone on the left side. When you go straight from the entrance to the arsenal to the corridor. So everyone in this room would be out of her field of vision. As Mikako explained a little while ago, what she said was from left to right and from right to left was based on a direction facing the corridor in Mikako's room. Here, I'll make it more easy to understand with pictures. Oh, so we actually are. We actually are using that's hilarious. In the order that Mikako saw it, Haru and Suzuki were the first people that passed by in front of the door at this time. Then Suzuki left, right? Then she said there was no sound of the arsenal door opening this time, so I think it's just two people. I think it's just two of them passing by. Oh, okay. Then Teruya, right? Oh, never mind. Then she said Suzuki passed by alone again the opposite direction. Then this is Teruya. Yeah, shortly after this, she said that Teruya passed by. At the time, she heard the sound of the arsenal door opening. This probably means that Teruya went to the arsenal. After a while, the sound of the arsenal door was opening. The sound of the arsenal door opening was heard again, and then Teruya passed to the opposite direction. Ayo. Soon after, Haru passed by the same direction again. After this, Haru and Suzuki went from left to right again. At this time, the door of the arsenal was opened. Someone went into the arsenal. After that, there was no movement for a while, and after a little time passed, Suzuki passed by with the sound of the arsenal door opening. These are all the movements that Mikako saw and heard during the morning. After this, well, she heard the ruckus of the arsenal door next, but probably those sounds of me trying to open the door. Alright, and then Teruya came to our aid. So, the big question is, what the fuck was Teruya doing? And based on how he was with the gun... Teruya, were you going to do something crazy? Brother, what were you fibbing in that note of not trying to kill him? Were you trying to kill him? Wow, when Maeda explained it to me, I understood all at once. Thanks. Really, but wait, if we look from the current events on each step, yeah, there's one suspicious person. Do you see it clearly? Can't guarantee that what Mikako heard and saw was everything that happened at dawn, but for information it turned will now result in one influential suspect in this case. That person is deeply unserious. Karuya is the only one who fits to be the main suspect of this case. Well, me? Haru was the victim, so he couldn't help it. The fact that Suki was close to Haru makes me understand why she was there. But why did Teruya move around like that? So why did you move around like that so early in the morning? Oh, that was what was it again? Right, I was investigating. Yeah, everyone was in a panic, so I wanted to find clues to get out, even for a little bit. In the arsenal, brother. Hey, you need a lot better than that. Just a few hours ago, you're trying to pick up 2 victims. The guy who was aspiring and doing investigation was thinking of all of these things. Doesn't that sound a little weird? That's all there is to it. The weight fixed my mind. People can change their mind easily, you know. Right. But you were still acting really weird during the investigation, dog. Even if that's true that you did an investigation, if you think about it based on Mikako's testimony, you're the only one in the arsenal, but what kind of investigation did you do in the arsenal? No, I never went into the arsenal. Right. Teruya, please stop the pretense and explain properly. What the hell did you do in the arsenal? I never went into the arsenal! Teruya? Why does it only have to be me? I did nothing wrong! Oh, brother. I see we're continuing this from when you were starved. If you look at it, Suzuki also went down. Why am I the only one suspicious? Yeah, I'm the culprit. Oh, Satsuki. That's our Satsuki. Are you still saying that? I told you to be quiet. Certainly, Suzuki's well under enough suspicion. However, she said she didn't know the identity of the letter, nor did she know about Haru's hand. That's it then. You're just gonna let her take off the. You're just gonna take her off the list just because she doesn't know? That's a long shot. I didn't know anything about a letter or the right hand either. Well, I'll be mistaken, Teruya. You now said that Satsuki is the culprit, and you don't know about these clues. Well, Satsuki claims to be the culprit, but she doesn't recognize these clues are entirely different matters. What about Maeda? When I saw him this morning, he was trying to get in the arsenal, so Maeda's also suspicious. This is true. And you know what? And Hook, because the first thing he did say when he was eating was, hey, no cap, I was going to mow all y'all down. So, been there, done that. I already explained why I was there. And that just happened. Yeah, so won't deny that Maeda is also a suspect as a claim. He had been in and out of the arsenal the previous day, and even this morning he had a strange idea of going to arsenal again. But this and that is a separate matter. As a result, Maeda failed to enter the arsenal this morning. No testimony of Mikako witnessing in the morning, so this is not suitable for committing the crime. Ah, well, anyways. Me, I don't know about that. I'm exactly trying to protect him, but relying only on Dark Circle's... I'm not exactly trying to protect him, but relying only on Dark Circle's testimony has a slightly loose time frame. I'm going to ignore it to not make me go nuts and move on already. I know that. It's about the structure of the ballroom, right? Structure? Because I've entered from the other side. Think about it. Just because she didn't hear them or see them coming this way doesn't mean that no one came from this way. Even if Mikako watched the hallway all night, it's about looking outside of the room and hearing the arsenal door. But if you look at the structure of the ballroom, you can easily enter arsenal without passing by her door. Yeah. Because we're all at the ballroom for a week, I think everyone should know, but the arsenal structure around the dance hall is at 360 degrees. I mean, I think if you're starved and or sleep deprived, you're going to take the path of least resistance, which means anyone over here is going to go over here, anyone over here is going to go over here. But I don't know. Because we're all in the ballroom for a week. Oh, yeah. In other words, if you go back to the other side, you can enter the arsenal without being noticed by Mikako. Moreover, in the case of Maeda, Mikako does not stand out even if he does not use this method and goes straight to the arsenal from his own room, since it's the opposite side to her rooms in the first place. He knew that too. See, Maeda's the culprit after all. Brother, there's something you shouldn't overlook. The paper? Even if you use some method to enter the arsenal without showing your appearance to Mikako, there's still... Are you winning, son? Hello, Ravenpaw. Welcome to the stream. We're just going over some alibis. Let me give you a quick 5-minute rundown. And this will legitimately be less than 5 minutes, but because I like a challenge. Okay, so the trial started, and the first thing that happens, right, is that Sasuke claims to be the killer. But everyone's like, cap. And she's like, no, I legitimately killed Haru. But then everyone's like, alright, cool. If you killed Haru, then explain the letter that he got. Because remember, he got a letter. And she's like, what the fuck do you mean letter? I don't know about any letter. And then we're like, see, the killer would know about the letter. And then she's like, okay, but I did actually kill him though. And then Yuki was like, okay, you don't know about the letter. Then explain his right hand. Why his right hand all fucked up? Oops. And then Sasuke's like, what do you mean his right hand's all fucked up? I don't know about that. That shouldn't be the case. So, you know, we just decided that Sasuke was clowning around. Anyways, I've been doing that a bunch this stream, by the way. So then, Mikako revealed her testimony, because remember, she's like, I saw who entered the arsenal, and she said it was in this order. Sasuke and Haru walked through the hallway past her room, but didn't enter the arsenal. Sasuke went the other way through the hallway and didn't enter the arsenal. Then Teruya passed by Mikako's room and entered the arsenal. Then afterwards, Haru entered the arsenal. And then after that, Teruya left the arsenal. And then the last two things is Sasuke and Haru walk by the hallway and enter the arsenal. And when we heard that, we were like, okay, Teruya, dog, what the hell were you doing in the arsenal? And he's like, I don't know, I never been to the arsenal. 2 minutes. The only one that has officially crossed himself off the suspect list is Tsurugi, on the basis that he was tied up all night, so he could not have done it. But Sasuke killed him. Can we just vote now? Sasuke did not kill him because Sasuke cannot explain the letter, though I'm pretty sure that Tsuruya wrote the letter. So I'm gonna ignore that piece of evidence. Sasuke cannot explain why Haru's hand is all fucked up. Why would she lie though? Well, Ray did a pretty good point. What if she was pulling a Hina? Ray was like, you fucked with Haru so much that now that he's gone, you want us all to be with him. And Sasuke was like, cap. And then that was the end of the discussion. Red, you're gay and chops. Well, no. But on the topic of that, actually, I saw this tweet and I saved it on my phone, so I have to. It got a good chuckle out of me. So I'm sure on stream. Okay. Downloads. This is. I was gonna put the thumbnail. I'm still putting the thumbnail. Can we thank you? There you go. Look at this. Breaking news, Danganronpa Another Despair Academy creator Lanuge confirms that Tsurugi is gay on his latest blog. Of course he's gay and stuff. Did you guys play the game? Stuff. They're just... there's that confirmation. No, he's homophobic. Well, you could have internalized homophobia. But in Mikako-chan's testimony, oh yeah, and Tsurugi's also saying the way Mikako's dorm is set up, she can only see people going from the right side of the hallway, right? Someone could have gone through the left side, and she would not have seen them enter the arsenal. Guys, please beat me out and game it unlawful DUI for being gay. You know what? I believe that does not detract from the fact that he himself could also be gay though. But in Mikako's testimony, the sound of the arsenal opening and closing door was always heard before and after someone passed her door. Oh, I guess that's true. That's right. After all, the person who walked in at the arsenal at dawn, I can't think of anyone other than these three people who showed up in the testimony: Haru, Sasuke, and Teruya. That's all lies. So Teruya, you went into the arsenal. I want to hear your reason to make sure. If you're really innocent, then there's no reason to panic, right? I think that Teruya ended up with a pen and paper again, sent Haru the note saying, yo, come to the arsenal, I promise I won't kill you. Was preparing to kill him anyways. But one thing about Teruya, no, but for real, if Sasuke's the killer and this shit goes on for 4 hours still. The thing about Teruya is that he is all bark and no bite, right? When he's like, Sasuke and Haru, you guys shouldn't eat for 2 meals because you ate before. And Sasuke and Haru was like, bet. And he was like, oh shit, you guys for real? I mean, you guys don't actually have to do that. And also, when, I guess that's the best example. So, Teruya is all bark and no bite, so I think he was fully intending to kill him, but then, like, Haru actually showed up, and the reality of what he was about to do hit him so hard that he was like, wait, what the fuck am I doing? And he was going to use the gun that we found in the corner. That's why he was acting all weird and shit. So I think that's the turn of events here. Then I'm really innocent, really. I just went to the arsenal too. I just went for a minute. I don't think there will be an end if this goes on like this. What Teruya is so afraid of, I'm not sure. He doesn't want to say anything because, well, I'm not convinced, but I'll have to show more convincing evidence that he has no choice but to speak with his own words. Teruya's been sus out, but I don't think he killed Haru. Come to think of it, there seems to be one suspicious thing about Teruya during the investigation. What was it? Yeah. From now on, spot selection will commence. Spot selection? What do you mean a refresh? You never played this before. Spot selection, images or photos in your memory will begin to appear. Look for the places that contain the answers of the current. Today's date is 6/7. Method is simple. A photo or picture that fits the current topic will appear. 6/7. A photo or picture that fit the current topic will appear. The minigame is pointing to a place where you can find the answer. Point and select it with the decision key, Z to enter. However, if you have chosen another place other than one that gives... Oh wait, we have played this before. Hey Haru. Don't mind me, literal god here playing. I choose a suspicious place, it's this. Yeah. Come and think of it, Teruya, didn't you see something strange to me while I was investigating? What? Something strange? I don't know. I found a gun that was dropped in the corner, and when I checked to investigate, suddenly you came and told me not to touch it because it will blow up. This dramatic ass excuse. What do you mean, mate? Tell us some more detail. Well, there's a gun in the corner of the arsenal that was hard to see. I tried to investigate why it was in the corner like that. Suddenly Teruya, who was nearby, ran up and told me not to touch it because it would blow up if I shot. You bullet train. Oh shit, Yuki was about to get bullet trained. Maybe he thought I was going to use the gun. If you shoot, it will blow up? What are you talking about? Yo. No voice acting, but something that Lanuge got like immediately 10 out of 10. The soundtrack in the game, even though like it is mostly just actually using Danganronpa soundtracks, when it's not using the Danganronpa soundtrack though, fire. Now, before answering that question, How did he know about that? That's Ada, the gun. Did you properly investigate it? Hell no. Huh? I did examine it roughly, but it was a normal gun with nothing special. I thought it was equipped with a bomb or something. Well, does it look like it was equipped with a bomb? Probably it's not like that. Hey, Monokuma. Did you call me? I was enjoying this. What's up? I require you to submit evidence. Bring the gun Maeda mentioned. What? What are you? Why am I being ordered? You fake nonchalanter. You like it when we have you participate in these trials. Don't act like you don't secretly love it. Submit evidence. Is that possible? It's part of the debate on the class trial. There's no problem by the rules. You, the judge, have no right to deny it. Bro, at this point, if Kakaru was the ultimate cop and Tsurugi was the ultimate lawyer, I would believe you. Like, nothing fundamentally changes about either of their characters. In fact, one would say, Kakaru gets mildly more interesting. So does Tsurugi. That's correct. There's no profit to reject it. Besides, it's a part of the discussion. What's the point? Gee, I really don't like that attitude. How can you be so cheeky? Shut up and get it already. Actually, I thought that was going to happen, and I brought it from the beginning. Do you know what I mean? He loves it when we... Now, here you go. This is James Bond-ass gun. Like, hello? How is it? This is it. If you don't shoot it... Oh. I guess that also works. Less dramatic. It's a bullet. Bullet? It was loaded? It's not a simple bullet. It's a bullet for shotguns and medium-sized rifles. So not for that gun then? Bullets that do not meet the standard were forcibly loaded to this gun. Oh, actually. So would it actually explode? Pressure from the gunpowder has disappeared from where it's supposed to go. Instead, it goes spreading all over the gun itself. It will end up being shattered. The Leon Kennedy weapon. Oh. So Teruya. Oh. Oh. All I will say about this is that this explains why the gun shattered. Right? We found a broken gun on the floor, and we're like, what the hell? How the hell did you break a gun to this degree? The gun that was broken was one that was filled with incorrect bullets. So when it was fired, it shattered. And that's all I'll say on this matter. Did I crack the case? Yes, it was Leon. Leon did kill. Unfortunately, if your name is Leon, you are doomed to be the culprit and you will be executed. Wait a minute, but then why did Teruya know about this? Why? Just tell him. Let's go. Celebrating Leon Kennedy's execution? Crazy. Now Leon will backflip and avoid his execution. Trust? I am not. I see now what you did in the arsenal. Okay, so what happened was Teruya said, yo, I'm not going to kill you, promise. Met with Haru, tried to rage bait Haru to kill him because the gun was loaded with incorrect bullets. Haru was like, and threw the gun in the corner. Is that the time of events there? Teruya, did you change the bullets on purpose? For what reason? The gun in that state, if you hold it with a human hand and fire it, your hand will never be safe. When I listen to these words just now, I see a very similar wound I remember in my mind. Yes, the source of that is clear. Haru's right hand. So Haru shot the gun. Wait, so Haru shot the gun. I'm confused about the timeline now. Cut the cameras. I'm confused when Haru shot the gun. And that's a little spoilerly saying when. But I'm confused because I'll just play the game. That proof is no? Oh fuck. Wait, what were we talking about? I understand how resisting the explosion the pistol was holding the evidence results in the how? Did this? Ah. Yeah, that's right. It was in the arsenal. The fragments of the gun filled with blood, which appeared to have been burst from the inside. Yeah, I saw that too. Haru fired the gun wrongly loaded, just like this gun, and the gun he was holding exploded. Good answer, streamer. First try. And his hand ended up being ruptured. Then Teruya did this to Haru. But wait a minute, I'm sure this gun is the one I touched, but I don't know about the other destroyed gun. Who you admitted that he touched the gun? No. Of course, there are two guns with misloaded bullets. It's a little weird, but I'm certain, Teruya, you definitely did something. Is that really it? I think if you pry a little more, you'll end up confessing everything. Don't treat people like as a criminal without solid evidence. Even if I put my hands on the gun, it can't be proof that I'm a killer. I don't know anything. Give me proof. Evidence. Okay, Leon. Stupid. Can't be denied Teruya is the most powerful suspect right now, but is there any more solid evidence? If we keep discussing, we might see something we haven't considered before. Not Rain's attacking his ass. Before starting the non-stop debate, we can recommend you hear about the bullet scan. Oh, fucking hate it. Yes. Controls X to scan. Yeah, okay. God, I wish that were me. Hello? Bum, 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 bum. You know, the one thing I will like, though, is that when you're supposed to scan, the game does tell you you're supposed to. I don't know anything. It's already been revealed. Stop lying and tell the truth. You went to the arsenal, you deliberately the gun wrongly so that the bullets would explode. But that only doing that doesn't mean that I'm the culprit, does it? But why would you do that? Of course, you loaded the gun and you say it doesn't make you the culprit, but the killer loaded the bullet on purpose. I'm certain of this. That's far because I only did that one thing. For sex. You knew that the gun was going to explode. What more evidence do you need to see? How could you? Oh, it's this. It's this. Ah! Fuck! We get the pen and paper and we shoot there. I only did that one thing. Oh my god. Please. Oh fuck. I missed it again. 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 Okay, wait, hold on now. It's like roughly around here, right? I have my hand on X. Okay! Heyo! I got it. Okay. Damage. Imagine this isn't the case, I'll cry. I think I only did the one thing was like roughly here. think it was like actually lower. Thank God. Bro, they gave me that. They gave me that. Sasuke being mad quiet. Yeah, you know, she tried to pull a funny and we rejected her, so, you know, understandable. That's it. The paper and pen. What? After listening to Akane's words, I thought about it. At the beginning of the trial, you guys said the letter that you said were when you were blaming Sasuke. I was thinking it was weird this all this time. How did the culprit write this letter? But she did it? Nah. You see, the thing is, Sasuke is a clown, so she was just, you know, putting on an act. What type of act? A circus act. Heyo! We should have lost our belongings at the same time in the ballroom. Even that, yeah, how did... Oh. Yes, exactly as Maeda says. Perhaps the night before the murder, there was someone who secretly handed out a piece of paper and pen and had been secretly showing a paper to ask someone to choose 2 victims. Well, it wasn't that much of a secret. It was very much a public meeting that you interrupted and that Ray didn't know about for some reason. It's obvious at this point that Tsuruya clearly said that at the same time the extra pen and paper were not removed from his clothes. That means Tsuruya is the only one of us who has pen and paper in their belongings. Don't joke around. You guys have accidentally found another. You guys could have accidentally found another piece of paper and wrote with it. With what? Ray was literally having dinner. I'm not gonna lie. Oh, is that so? Should we check it then? Monokuma, bring that letter. I knew that would happen, so I bought it in advance. Here. Ow. Now, without that guy making a commotion, let's read it. This must be, it's the same piece of paper that Tsuruya had. And if you flip it, then Tsuruya was the one who sent the letter to Haru's room? Well, yes. Wait a minute, you guys are forcing me. I handed a bunch of papers to you guys. Soon after that, when Tsurugi made a fuss, he might have gotten one in the mass confusion. That's what I said. That is true. I thought anyone could have snagged the piece of paper, but no. Occam's razor. The simplest answer is the correct one. It's only paper. If it's only paper, it might be possible, but what about your side? Tsuruya said with his own words that there's only one pen. No matter how much paper you had, you cannot write a letter without a pen. We just got a letter. We just got a letter. The pen was also in the confusion. Ooh, then that means you don't have the pen right now because you said you only have one. If we look into your belongings and the party clothes you wear, you won't have any complaints, right? That's not allowed, says who? Why not? Is there something we shouldn't see? It's decided that he can't refute it anymore. He wrote the letter by calling out Haru and misloading a bullet to his hand be ruptured. All of this, that's what you did, Tsuruya. Unlawful police search. Ooh, cook, actually. Bring out warrant, babe. Really? You, Tsuruya? What? Why? Just tell him that. Why'd you do that? Why'd you kill Haru? I'm sorry. All you said was right. After all, you couldn't stand the hunger too? What else could someone do otherwise? Yo, he was... As I said, the killer was probably kicking their feet and giggling when they wrote, I promise not to kill you. Tsuruya deadass was kicking and giggling when he wrote that, because as he was writing that, he was misloading the bullets into the gun, waiting for... He's like, I'm gonna rage bait the shit out of Haru. He's gonna try to shoot me and the gun's gonna explode. No, let him cook. What else could you do otherwise? Actually, there was a reason that I was aiming at Haru, and there was a reason when we fought each day. It was all because of hunger. Tsuruya, there's like 3 hours still left. So what? Were you hoping for sympathy? Either way, you planned to murder and executed it. No, I have nothing to say. I don't want to make any more excuses and dishonor Haru anymore. I'm gonna die anyways. Wait, there's one thing I'm curious about. Why did you go to the arsenal before the victim? Work with the gun, write a letter to call him, then go back again to the arsenal? My plan was originally to summon Haru and then go see him into the arsenal, and I would go with him. As if it had nothing to do with a criminal. Haru and I were supposed to fight, and I knew it! Was actually planning to rage bait him! Holy shit! He is the OG rage baiter. Once that happens, his hand would fly away without knowing anything, and so he would die. In the past, I followed my papa to study guns in America. Sure. Of course. Then I decided to commit a crime by the knowledge I gained at the time. So I went back to my room and watched to see Haru come out, but I was too tired, so I fell asleep until morning came. Looked. America mentioned. I don't know if that's the American flag, but A for effort, Ravenpaw. A for effort. In the end, I don't know the reason why Haru broke his hand, but in any case, it was my fault. The fact that I killed Haru doesn't change. This was a difficult answer to even predict. I'm glad you're a stupid fool. Stupid fool! In a way, Mikako, who was watching the corridor all morning, I think that was a good thing. Thanks to that, my crime was discovered. Teruya. Discussion so far has ended with the conclusion that Teruya is the culprit. Ain't no way, bro. It's like a long shot, I think. There's still a lot of unsolved questions. Wait a minute! I've been listening all this time! Something's wrong with this! Teruya is not the culprit! Sasuke-chan, what are you talking about? Teruya just admitted it. I mean, the culprit is me! Ah, Sasuke. Classic Sasuke. Yo, this stream is about to get sniped out of existence. I believe everything she says. Are you still saying that? I told you to shut up! Ray doesn't want her to speak. Are you gonna defy Ray, Ravenpaw? Something's on, bro. Wait. Is Teruya really the culprit? Oh, yes, ma'am. Huh? Even Mikako-chan? If I'm right, Teruya is not the culprit. There's still an unsolved mystery. What are you guys talking about? The smokescreen and the flashbang, right? I'm the culprit, aren't I? Oh, shit! A little tiny bit of his accent came back. Am I 90%? Wait, I'm the culprit, aren't I? No, that's just English. Rugi is the culprit. Please, please, please. Where did I go? I went to get some water, which they can relate to this time. Alright. I'm almost 90% certain that Teruya is the culprit, but it's still a little too early to end the trial. I agree that there's an unsolved mystery left. If we tried to vote without anyone speaking like this, I would have tried to do it, but actually this is the most important part of the case right now. The smoke screen. Why is this all of a sudden? Wasn't the trial ending like this? That's right, if you think about it carefully, there's still a lot of parts that cannot be explained in the contents of the discussion. I'd like to hear why Mikako thinks that Teruya is not the culprit. You weren't careful enough, even for you. What? Nothing. Anyway. Ooh, shade. If you listen to the explanation, you'll know right away. Oh shit. Oh, it's this. What do you think Teruya... Why do you think Teruya isn't the culprit? Teruya passed the door to my room. he sent a letter to Haruhiko. Afterwards, he went to the arsenal for his next plan. Sticky keys. That was the explanation so far. But after that, Teruya passed the door to my room again. There was no movement until the morning after. But they were... Even if Teruya did plot something, even if Haru's hand was exploded, the direct cause of death is a gunshot wound, right? True, Teruya didn't mention that he used the gun himself. If Teruya, who came out of his arsenal before Haruhiko, could not kill. And one more thing, the arsenal was blocked from the inside. Ah, fuck! Okay, but I know what I'm supposed to do now. Come on. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Bro. I'm tweaking. I'm tweaking. I'm tweaking. Okay. It's coming up. I think it was around here. There you go. Heyo! I like how we're not really arguing this trial. It's been mostly consents. There's a little neat little detail there. The wood blank. Are you referring to this, Mikako? That's right, Maeda. You mean the broken wood plank that fell near the arsenal door? Yeah, according to him, he opened the arsenal door in the morning with Teruya's help. I agree with that. You're going to say just because they opened the door together, he's not the culprit, are you? That's not it. Think about it. After Teruya entered and left the arsenal in the morning, how the hell would he block the door? Oh. Haru entered afterwards. Until this moment, the door to the arsenal was open. Then, when was the door blocked with the wood planks? Well, when was it? It is for a fact that Haru opened the door and went in. It doesn't mean that the door was blocked after that. No, because then Satsuki and Haru came in afterwards. That's true, but according to Dark Circle's testimony, Teruya Atori did not even enter the arsenal after doing this little scheme. In other words, Teruya wasn't the one who blocked the door with the wood plank. It's only natural when I tried to open the door with Maeda this morning. I was embarrassed to know that the arsenal, which had only been open, was not opening. As I said before, you must pass by Mikako's room, and if you don't, you can head to the arsenal door. After that, the door, fuck. Anyways, you can still have done it, is what he's saying. That's impossible, since Haru was the last one to enter. The arsenal door has been only opened once. If Teruya went in and out of the arsenal, I should have heard the sound twice. Well, for starters, the wood plank were used to clasp the door, I guess. If you do something like this from the inside, won't you be able to come out? That's true. But even if you put a plank by some trick from the outside, there wasn't just one plank. You know what I'm talking about, right, Maeda? Yeah, it was the flashbang. Do 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 do. Flashback. Do 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 do.
Put it out.
High key. All right, I don't know if I should like. I know the most from this trial, so I really can't pat myself on the back for kind of killing it, but at the same time, I will pat myself on the back for kind of killing it. Right, the objects that were separated from the plank, you mean the flash and smoke grenades, right? Flash and smoke grenades. Is those things that were on the floor? Yes, when good job, streamer. When Teruya and I first opened the door, when we heard a shattering sound from the inside, and immediately afterwards, a tremendous amount of light and noise hit us. And then after a few moments, when we opened our eyes, the arsenal was filled with smoke. After pulling out the plank from the handle, the door was open. The plank fell because of the effort that we did. We? Who the fuck is we? It was me and Teruya who did that. That's right. Now you see, it's impossible to block the door like that from the outside. But are you saying that Teruya is not the culprit? Wait a minute, but it was me who wrote the letter and had the gun ready to explode. It was the reason Haru saw the gun and then it exploded on his hand. I told you a little while ago. It is true that Haruhiko's right hand was ruptured, but the cause of death was a gunshot wound. Teruya, you only prepared a gun, but you didn't shoot at Haru, did you? That's... no. Hold it. Teruya had an obvious murder intent. Now it's contradiction saying that he isn't the culprit. Brother. Intent. If he didn't actually shoot him... What? What's wrong, Mr. Psycho Cop? Using forceful logic and though it doesn't seem like it would reach an answer like this. Dark Circles is right. I don't think Teruya Tori is the killer either. Then who is the culprit? You're saying it's impossible for Teruya to block the door, however no one else can do it. That's true. The biggest mystery in this case. So are y'all saying, in short, it's an impossible crime. Dun dun dun. Is this the trial intermission? No, I refuse. I refuse. I refuse. Wait. I could still go on for like another 50 minutes. I love seeing Teruya get humbled fame. How much left is in this trial?
The giant.
Or is this one with multiple? I don't know. I kind of feel like continuing. I know that, like, I won't be able to finish if I continue it, though. Okay, so on her stream, it is an hour and 30 minutes, an hour and 40 minutes that she reached this point. I'm at an hour and 20 minutes. And it does seem like the rest of the case is that long. There's 2 hours left on the case. Are you dead ass? I'm kind of conflicted because I don't. It'd be nice if there was multiple intermissions, right? I don't want to end the stream. There's 2 hours left. I can go for another hour and 30 minutes. Or an hour and 20 minutes, I guess. And that would make it what? Play Baldur's Gate instead. Another. Hold on. Let me see if this is. Okay, this guy did it in. Oh no, this guy did it in 4 hours. I will still investigate this. What about you? Part 8. This guy did it in 3 hours. This is an edited video though, so this could actually be. I mean, this is a video, I should say. You know what? Fuck it. I am a gambling man. Let's gamble. I like to gamble. I will save the game though. It's also because I'm fairly like I know the most about this case, so I think when it comes to like when it's like, what do you think happened here? I can piece together by retroactively thinking about it. So trial done in one stream. What is this? 2017? An impossible crime. What does that mean? It's literally what it means. Yo, Haiki, Yuki, and Akane meant for each other. What do you mean? What do you mean by an impossible crime? What does it sound like it means? The incident happened, but no one in this state is capable of causing the incident itself. Can't be. I can confirm there's no such thing as an impossible crime in this world. I agree with this. There's no unsolved problem in this world. When a result has happened, it means that there is a series of processes. And in this case, how do you explain it? I love seeing two dumbasses fall in love. To assert that this was an impossible crime, you gave up on the case. There's a secret that has not yet been solved where your thoughts don't reach to an end. But if neither Tsurugi and Rei, who always knew the critical points of the case, weren't confused enough to say that, it's already a mystery that can't be solved? Shut up. Do I look like I'm panicking right now? Alright, man. Sorry, but it looks like that. It's been a few days now, but these days, Tsurugi is not Tsurugi at all. Ooh. She's like, you may still hate me, but you're not hating me with enough vitriol as you did before. Just like Maeda before coming to the ballroom. You're being very annoying, damned criminal. Fuck it. Tsurugi, why are you saying that? It's not really like you to get emotional so easily. Ooh. Ignore it. Now we're on trial. This is a life or death war. If you take someone who loses their temper during war, they'll have to go through them. There's no other option. This person and that person. I'm done. Again, this case isn't an unsolved crime. Let's organize the information. Tsurugi. First, even if we put on fine, yes, man, Ray. Even if we put on hold through his claim that the crime is impossible, it will be necessary to look at the case from a different point of view. Different point of view. In retrospect, all of the reasoning we've done so far is based on Mikako's testimony. Let's step back for a moment. Has anyone ever seen Mikako spying on the hallway? I mean, she has been spying all chapters, so yes? What? What do you mean? In short, Mikako's testimony is not too blind, but are we sure that her words are 100% true? She would be hungry in extreme circumstances. Would she bear that in mind? Actually, she said that this was just another day for her. She's chill as fuck. So, I don't know what the hell she got going on in her day-to-day life. In fact, as a cop, you should probably, like, investigate that fucking mess. But, yeah, no, she said she was chill. Lastly, there could be a possibility that Mikako was the culprit. When the idea of that comes up, she could be playing with all of us. Tsurugi, you cannot be serious. Hey, did you go crazy? Did you finally flip that around? Did you really flip that around that fast? This stuff comes from your mouth. What? I'm talking about possibilities. At the time of Kazuna's murder, during Tsurugi's testimony, we put a thread on our private room doors to prove our alibis. That was evidence that no one else knew other than you. We hate Tsurugi. It's the same story. It's different from that. What I've been doing all the time is what I've been doing before the incident, and this is just simply what you've seen and heard testimony. It is meaningless to condemn the truth or falsehood in a testimony. Did you forget what you said? Cook him. Use his own words. Cook him. Bro, the last time someone used his own logic against him, he went on a whole emo arc. Don't do it to him again. It's utterly disappointing, Tsurugi, Kinjo. Even though I was thinking you were just a crazy guy, I admitted your reasoning skills, but now you stopped thinking with your head. Curly found her voice. I'm so happy. But since the situation is quite desperate, isn't Tsurugi trying to do everything he can? Mikako, is there no way to prove it? Your testimony, I mean. I don't know why I have to do this. Why not ask Sasuke or Teruya? Huh? You've heard about my testimony. Teruya admitted that he entered their arsenal a while ago. What about Satsuki? If I was out of Dawn, well, like Mikako said, since I'm the killer above top, of course I wandered around at Dawn. Even if we ignore that backstory, Dark Circle's testimony is reliable in its own right now. If I were you, I would have known that right away without having to do this cumbersome work. They're noisy. As long as your reasoning hits a wall, it's a way to do what you can. Ha, you admitted with your own words that your reasoning was blocked now. That's funny. They are fighting. They are fighting. Be quiet, Ray. You're on the same level as we are right now. Do you think you're in a position to mock others now? That's enough. Ooh. She's like the most stressed out parent of Ray and Tsurugi right now. Stressed out mom trying to reel in her two fucking bickering kids. How come Mikako could have all this powerful voice at a class trial? Everyone, don't get worked up. Since this is a difficult case, we need to regain sustainability more than usual. Let's calm down and look back from the beginning. There must be something we missed. Sorry, as Maida says, I was getting too excited. I apologize. Excited? I don't know about all that. Ha! Then Teruya Otori is not the culprit, I'm sure at this point. Even if that's true, we'll have to double check. Are you really sure you sent the letter to Haru and loaded the bullets? Are we being for real? What do you mean, are you really sure? Tsurugi! Well, yes. I'll say I still believe I'm not the culprit. I still can't believe I'm not the culprit. I didn't really read the Monokuma file properly, so in a hurry, I saw the right hand ruptured, so I guess I was the one who did it. That probably isn't a lie. Teruya really thought he was the killer. He said a little while ago, as if confessing he told us he was going to be executed. It's not likely, but something came to my head. Can I speak? Yo, Akane, Teruya, both thinking that they're the culprit. Go ahead. An accomplice, or in fact, there were two culprits. How about it? Dismissed. Anyways. All opinions from your brain like that or what? I didn't even expect it. Rubbish opinions like that. A story not worth considering. Anything like that. Just crumple it. Take it out of your brains right now and throw it into the trash. That's unfair. I said that because I was thinking my own way. Dismissed. If Teruya had an accomplice, there would have been a person who objected at the time of him being accused as a culprit. Even if not, Teruya would have confessed everything and made a mistake in the end. I can't leave her alone. Help. Ray and Tsurugi stay fucking with her, actually. But what if there was a real criminal and pointed out Teruya as the culprit? Everyone except the real culprit dies, right? Can't you think about a development like that? The culprit used Teruya? Oh, you're using your head, but that wouldn't be it. Even if a culprit secretly works behind Teruya Otori to cover up his sins, it's impossible to work without him because of the limited circumstances of the arsenal. And even if there is an accomplice, if we believe in using Mikako's testimony, the only suspect remaining is Sasuke, so she can't be. Huh? Wait a minute. I thought about something past like a flash in my head just now. Now, I am the real culprit! You're relentless. Why are you claiming to be the killer? Ray is so condescending. God, I love her. Even after that, you don't know anything about the case. The more you claim to be the culprit, the more you claim you're innocent, so you still don't notice? Let's organize our thoughts first. Teruya is not the culprit. He didn't shoot. What Teruya did was call Haru by using the letter and make a trap that explodes the gun by misloading a bullet. And the person who killed Haru himself. In other words, what the real culprit did, what Teruya didn't do, that is, grabbing a gun to kill Haru, messed up the interior of the arsenal, and finally locked the door with the plank and the grenades. Teruya doesn't know what the real culprit did. If we think like that, conversely, does the real culprit know what Teruya did? No, the real culprit wouldn't know what Teruya did. As Ray said earlier, what Teruya did was unknown to anyone since he was in the closed space of the arsenal, unless the culprit directly sees it or Teruya tells them in advance. Then who is the killer? Wait guys, there's something I want to check for a moment. Maida? Before Mikako watched during the morning, from that point on, what if someone was hiding in the arsenal? Like Tsurugi! God. Could there be such a case? No. I don't think it would happen. Oh! Tsurugi's the only one capable of that. Tsurugi was tied up and I saw Akane in the room before Ray. The last time she went in the empty room to the left of the dance hall, she didn't exit the room at all. When did you see this? Well, you're right. I was investigating the empty room all day long. What a day to miss out, man. You almost missed all of us die. Well, actually, what was Tsurugi's plan? If he did succeed in forcing all of us to commit suicide, Rei would be the last one standing because she wasn't there. You just gave a pass for Rei to like be the victor of this killing game because you forgot to account for her. Then there are only 2 suspects that Mikako has seen, and they don't know what each have done. In other words, the real culprit doesn't know that Haru received the letter, and they don't know why their hand was ruptured. But for some reason, Haru was shot with a gun and killed. Rei wins, yay! There's someone who can fit the conditions right now, that turned themselves at the start of this trial. They entered in the suspect view since they moved at dawn, and no one else can commit a crime at this stage. But is this person really the culprit? If so, why in the world... Who's it gonna be? Who's it gonna be? Who's it? The survey says... Setsuki. Classic Satsuki. Alright, now that we reached this point, Ravenpaw, how do you do it? How do you do it? You are 3 for 3 in predictions. No, I'll count the horror. You are 4 for 4 in predictions in this game. Oh my god. When I saw that you tried to gaslight me. Oh. When I saw you saying that Satsuki was gonna die, I the first time at the start of the chapter, you were like, they're putting a lot of emphasis on Satsuki this chapter, and I was like, huh, I guess they are. And I thought I was in the clear. I thought we were in the clearing once Haru died instead, but then you doubled down and guessed that she was the culprit. You were just fucking me so bad. All you guys won't want to admit it, but I think I now know. I just sensed it. You know what? You should win the lottery. You should play the lottery because 4 for 4 on predictions is kind of crazy. What? Maida, you know the killer? Get me away from this game. The person who satisfies all the conditions as the true culprit of this case can only be you, Setsuki. What? Satsuki's the killer? Hooray! You finally came to think of me as the culprit. Only Yuki understands me. It's because we did all the free time events with her in this chapter. We understand you. I'm so fucking gagged. Ravenpaw, wait until you see how this case unfolded. It is... honestly... I'm so glad! Wait, Maida, look at her now. She was picked as the culprit, but she looks rather content. You really think that Satsuki is the culprit? Think about it. The only one who could possibly do this is Satsuki. I swear to God, if Rei and Satsuki end up dragging this shit out further. At the beginning of the trial, when Satsuki came out saying she was the culprit, we were trying to interrogate her to see if she really was. However, Satsuki had no idea of the letter that called Haru and his destroyed right hand, which we thought the culprit would know. Of course, so we thought that because of these reasons that she wasn't the real culprit. But take a look. The 2 things mentioned earlier are actually from Teruya's doing, not the culprits. Teruya didn't know that there was someone who killed Haru by shooting him with a separate gun. So on the contrary, did the culprit know that Teruya sent a letter and destroyed his hand? Probably not. It would be impossible to know Teruya's actions unless he himself told the culprit in advance. Did you tell someone, Teruya? Then the real culprit would be a person who doesn't know why the letter was sent to Haru's room and his right hand exploded, even though they didn't know why his hand ended up that way. And there is someone who meets these conditions. A person who confessed with their own voice that they killed Haru by shooting them, but didn't mention about the right hand nor the letter. That person is Satsuki. Honest to God, enough to end the trial right here. What could we possibly talk about for the next hour? Minimum. Well, I'm not sure what you're saying because it's difficult, but anyways, that's right! It was me. I killed Haru. I think Maeda's reasoning makes sense, but I don't really understand Suzuki-chan's appearance being like that. Why did you do this, Suzuki-chan? Why did you like it so much when you were being named as a killer? Why does Yuki's singular brain cell only work during trials for like 2 minutes? Because he's the ultimate lucky student, so sometimes, you know, his luck gives him like 100% IQ increase for a little bit, and then he just goes back to being regular Yuki. He becomes him for 2 minutes. The spirit of Izuo Kamakura embodies him for 2 minutes, and then he just goes back to being Hajime. I mean, Yuki. Weren't you sad? I think again, incompetent. Of course, it's possible to commit a crime, as you said. There's only that woman, but that is absolutely not the reaction of a killer. Both Rei and Tsurugi are gonna be humbled. Rei and Tsurugi are both having their Byakuya moments right now because Suzuki is like vibing being named as the killer, and both Rei and Tsurugi are like, "What the fuck is her problem?" I'm not crazy. It's very normal. Actually, I don't know why Suzuki reacts like that and keeps saying that she's a culprit. However, I can't think of any other reasoning. Maeda's words make sense. In fact, at the time Toru was not found to be the killer, it was enough to doubt Suzuki because of the circumstances. Maybe as soon as the trial began, Suzuki couldn't be the culprit. We were stuck in stereotypes, and we didn't think about it more through. Suzuki, I'll check once more. Are you the culprit? Haruhiko, you killed him with a gun in your hand? It's the, what do you know that I don't know, Byakuya crash shot all over again. Yep, that's right, I'm the killer. Wait, if you're the real culprit, can you explain why you're so positive? You're like the one constantly appealed to him as the culprit. I don't know. Just when the trial started, it became bothersome to make excuses, so that's why I just confessed. Now, if it's decided, go ahead and execute me. If you sound so refreshingly like that, it doesn't look like you're a criminal, on the contrary. I have my doubts too. In the first place, Suzuki-chan doesn't have a personality kill. Again, whether or not someone would kill someone is irrelevant in this specific circumstances because y'all were being starved to death. It was quite literally kill or starve to death. This is like the most, like, altruistic murder that could possibly take place in the situation. Like Ray said, it would rather seem like we're choosing the wrong killer and we're gonna die together. Guys, please. That's not it at all. I was just telling the truth. What do I know? It's hard to make sure after identifying the killer. This attitude Suzuki has, its reaction defies understanding, like Ray said. Even like this, can I still point to Suzuki as the culprit? Everyone. Why are you thinking about a crime is possible, but the reaction is weird? Wake up already. The crime is impossible even for Satsuki. But why is that? But Tsurugi, based on testimony by Mikako, Haru, Teruya, and Satsuki entered the arsenal at dawn. Of them, Teruya was the first to come out of the arsenal, and Haru entered the arsenal because he was walking through the corridor with Satsuki just before this point. If they entered the arsenal together, then that means perhaps it was at this time that Haru used the gun, and this is likely to be true just by looking at the sounds of the arsenal opening, and Satsuki coming alone from the corridor. Back off, Maeda. You said it with your own words just now. Satsuki kills Haru and gets out of the arsenal all alone. If she came out, how did she lock the door? Alright, so now that we've named Satsuki as the killer, I want to revisit the very real possibility that there was an accomplice. Haru was just shot in his chest, and as told by Tsurugi himself, if you get shot in the chest, you're gonna be alive for a little bit. Haru and Satsuki, no. Hold on. Haru and Satsuki, wait, hold on. Okay, that works. Haru and Satsuki are like this, alright? So what if, because Haru was alive for a little bit after being shot, right? What if Haru helped Satsuki get away with the crime, alright? Because who else Sasuke was outside. Haru was the only one in the arsenal. So somehow, some way, he got access to like a fucking flash grenade and a smoke screen. Because he said he was into the military shit before, the day before, right? So he set up that trap. Why? To make it look like someone got out when we opened the door, right? Because that's a natural line of thought. Why would you make this flashbang when you put a smoke screen, if not to sneak out of the arsenal when we broke the door open? If Sasuke came out, how did she lock the door then? Ah. It's a clue that you guys found and check yourselves, right? It's impossible to block the door from the outside in that way. If so, the killer was in the arsenal at least until Maeda and Toria opened the door. That exact line of thought, that's why Haru did it. However, if Sasuke came out of the arsenal before like this, does it sound like she could still be the killer? And if you look at Sasuke's reaction, that girl used a weapon, but it seems like she doesn't know that the arsenal was blocked. So now what? Is Sasuke a ninja now? What was that again? Oh, wait, I know, maybe you don't know, but what if you used a plank of wood as a barricade? It seems like you're asleep during the trial. How about it? Is there anyone who still thinks Suki's the culprit? After listening to Tsurugi, it seems that Suki's not really the culprit. In the end, the problem lies with the arsenal door being blocked. If we solve this, then there should be no problem even if Sasuke's the culprit. The reason why I couldn't bring this theory forward is that it's hard to talk about Haru helping. It's hard to talk about Haru helping the killer without like also implicating Sasuke, because who else would he help cover up his own murder if not Sasuke? Even if you think about it, it is impossible for a wood plank to put a wood plank inside the arsenal from the outside with grenades on it. There's no time frame at all. I think the current prerequisites were all wrong. The public here probably won't solve this mystery. I'd rather go back from the very beginning and reorganize this case instead. Please don't. Please don't. Oh my god. Everyone says everyone say thank you, Monokuma. First and only time. I never thought I would ever say that, but oh my god. Well, that sounds nice and all, but I hate it when a trial is taking too long, don't you? It's not a warning, but the streamer has to go in an hour, so you better wrap things up soon. The alibis of Dawn, Mikako's testimony, Toria's behavior, Road playing that blocked the arsenal, and Suzuki's incomprehensible reactions. Maybe. Have we missed something else? Why does Sasuke have that attitude in the first place? I also have I'll touch upon when the trial ends. When I said I'm struggling when Haru shot. I'm trying to pinpoint when Haru shot, because we haven't gotten to that part in the case yet. But when that part does happen, I'll explain my little confusion there. You know, it's getting bad when Monokuma has to step in. You know how fucked up it has to be. You know how like dragged on a trial has to be for Junko Enoshima, the epitome of despair, to be like, yeah, I'm not gonna lie, y'all, this despair is not hitting. Y'all gotta wrap this shit up in like 20 minutes. I mean something else. Why does Sugi have that attitude in the first place? Even Sugi seems to be confused. Our reasoning is at the very core right now. I think Sugi's right. Blocking the door to whatever. This is a big problem. Mine is getting more and more complicated. Right now, this is the most important aspect of the case. The arsenal door, the wood plank, the grenades. How to block the door from the outside. Wait, you don't need to go back to the start. Think about it a little. It should become clear. An utter waste of time. Wait a minute. What's the reason for the flash grenade smoke screen? Junko should give every trial a time limit. Right? I mean, in her defense, none of the Trigger Happy Habit cases were that long. And the only time that she did put a time limit is because she was fucking with Kyoko. And, well, she tried to, and Makoto stood up for her, and she figured she fucking hated Makoto too. Every now and then, I watch a scene, the scene from the anime, when they're barricading the school, and Junko is talking to Mukuro about how Nagito, she much prefers Nagito to Makoto because Nagito's luck is easy to understand, right? It's like the good and bad luck wave. But she can't, for the life of her, understand Makoto's luck because it's so unpredictable, even to her. And like, oh my god. Like, imagine, imagine that's why someone has the power to end the world, right? Junko literally ended the world, but for some reason, she cannot fuck with you. Because your luck is just that unpredictable that even she, who succeeded in ending the world, can't seem to just fuck with you for whatever reason. Wait a minute, what's the reason for the flashing red and smoke screen? At the moment the door is open, if the criminal's hidden inside, escapes through the light and smoke, then the trick to block the arsenal door from the arsenal from the inside is solved. But I'm afraid not. This was already mentioned. It's ridiculous when you think about Dark Circle's testimony at the very beginning. It's been seen that Turiya and Satsuki, both of them, came out of the arsenal. Inside the arsenal. The last one who came out was Satsuki, I'm sure. But the opening of the door and coming out of the arsenal means the door was not blocked until that last moment. Well, in a word, doesn't that mean that the body of Haru was left alone in the arsenal until just before Maeda and I opened the door together this morning? What does that... It doesn't make sense. It wasn't that the body was alive and locked the door alone. Akane, you're not gonna believe this. Oh no, this is starting to sound creepy somehow. Huh? Akane, wait a second, what'd you just say? Huh? It started to get creepy? Not that, before that. The body moved and blocked the door like a zombie from a movie? Well, of course it won't. Such health sciences. It might seem crazy what I'm about to say. Unscientific. It's like the bear in front of our very eyes. It's unscientific. Haru blocked himself in. Hey, what the heck did you just say? I'll just have you know that I'm a cutting-edge science product. The body moved and blocked the door. Of course, a reality like that doesn't exist, but as Tsuruya said earlier, it was Haru alone who remained in the arsenal until the end. No way. Could it be? The person who blocked the door to the arsenal, the person's identity is... Flash Anagram? Are we being for real? Match important clues that pass through your mind, and part of the clue or syllables displayed at the bottom of the screen. Oh, this is... Guys, it was Kinji. The Holy Spirit. Okay, this is probably gonna be all in Korean again, isn't it? Like last time. Yeah. What do you think this is? Do you think it says Haru himself right here? Or do you think this is Haru Kobushikawa in Korean? Like Kobushikawa Haru, maybe? Anyways. We're about to find out. Oh yeah. It might seem crazy what I'm about to say. Chapter 4. Shout out to Weeby News for playing this game. And acting as not only as my translator, but the figure out how long this game is going for. Alright, so the first one is an upside down A. Got you. Oh wait. Is that not the first one? Oh no, the first letter is like an F and a T. An F and a T. Hello? Letters? Ah, you. Alright, and then the second one is the upside down A. Oh, you. Okay. And then backwards 3. Oh my god. Okay. And then ST. There's an ST right here. Oh, please. Please. Please! Fuck. Oh my god. Okay. And finally, what's the oh, it's the O. Got you. It's this one. Oh, what? Oh, it's two. It's it twice. Okay. Oh my god. Help. There you go. Alright, what is it? What did we spell out? Survey says 70 points. Man, I guess. That's it. It can only be him. Oh, is it going to be the victim? We probably wrote out the victim. The identity of the person who blocked the door to the arsenal. Really, Maida? Do you know who the killer is? I don't think you were about to say it was... I don't think you're about to say it was Haru just because the body moved, right? I was just joking. Might seem crazy what I'm about to say. I win. No, thanks to Akane, I could come up with something else. That's right, the only one that could block the arsenal door was none other than Haru. Yeah? Haru is the culprit. He's saying he committed suicide? Wait, have you forgotten? As Monokuma said, suicide is forbidden. If you kill yourself in any way or form, he will treat it as a dog death. Haru was murdered by someone other than himself. That's why Monokuma treated this as a case and a class trial was held like this. No, Maeda never said that he committed suicide. He said that the person who blocked the door to the arsenal was Haru. What? Like Maeda said, the person who killed Haru with a gun is the killer, Satsuki. It's impossible for Satsuki the task of blocking the arsenal, but it was possible for Haru. How about it? This means that the reason why Satsuki can't be the culprit, it's now gone. No, that can't be possible. The fact that Haru blocked the door to the arsenal is just a simple assumption. Brother, who else could it be if not him? It pissed me off. That may be possible in this context, and there's no evidence of this. No evidence. No, there's proof of this. I don't mean ill will just because Haru blocked the door without any evidence. But Tsurugi wouldn't be unaware of this evidence. Why does he argue so much? No, let's not bother right now. Now the case comes first. The evidence that Haru may have blocked the arsenal door is... I'm guessing it's this. Aha! There is evidence. It's the blood. Blood? The blood that splattered in the arsenal. Everyone's seen it, right? Yeah, he walked around the arsenal. He was having a lovely old time. You know what? I respect it. He locked in so that Satsuki could have the possibility of escaping. Unbeknownst to him, though, Satsuki ratted herself out immediately. But you know what? I gotta respect the fact that Haru did lock in for her sake. Oh, it certainly felt a little weird. It felt like, well, you know, it's like a road made by blood rather than a blood spot. That's right, it looks like blood stains wandering around the arsenal. After Haru was shot, wouldn't you explain he was bleeding while looking for boards, flash, and smoke grenades? It is possible, but would it be compelling that Haru himself locked the door simply by looking at his blood? It's not reasoning, but a realm of speculation. True, but again I ask, what other possibility is there? But it's not a contradiction. Only Haru has a certain possibility, and if the culprit dragged the body, there's no reason for it. It only leaves evidence behind. No, it is a contradiction. I guess, bro. Tsurugi. I could see that all Maida's worries were all true, but Haru was murdered by a very cruel killer. Let me ask a simple question. Why in the world would the victim help elaborating more tricks for the killer, if not to leave evidence of their crime? Because the answer is you don't know that. But if you wonder about emotional things and look at only information left in the case, it makes sense that it is Haru just by the closed door, even with the possible elimination method. This is not being emotional. This is about the victim helping the killer. There can't be such a thing. Stockholm Syndrome? Doesn't this provide further evidence that it is Satsuki because they were so close, because they liked each other, that he was willing to help. These guys suck. What the fuck? I don't believe in any of that crap. That kind of thing is psychotic. Even that requires the premise that the killer had some kindness and gentle behavior towards the victim. Might seem crazy what I'm about to say. Does this reflect reality? Considering that Sasuke is the culprit! Did the killer show kindness to Haru? No, rather they murdered them in cold blood. Ray, do something. Ray's reasoning is the worst, not to mention forced and far-fetched. Man, that's what you're saying right now. What is this Stockholm syndrome? Not important. It's when victims are held hostages by a robber or a kidnapper, but rather they think of them as their saviors. It's like a phenomenon that antagonizes rescuers, police, and other people, and they take the criminal side. Tsurugi, it's weird. If you were the usual you would rather have ruled out such emotional things and reasoned it out by considering illogical situations. You said I was being emotional? This is natural! Just don't see it. If the victim who deserves salvation agrees to the obvious evil, it becomes impossible to reason with. The choice is not logical here. Brother, you tried to force all of us to commit suicide the day before. You want to talk about that? You want to talk about that logic? That wouldn't be suicide anymore because it was forced. Saving them is what I have to do. I can't leave alone your pretentious reasoning. And besides that, there are loopholes in Maeda's reasoning. Now look at my police officer dog. I'll just do what I have to do. I'll refute you. I guess, man. I'm not even entertaining this. Just start it. No, I got it. Skip and slash the psycho cop. I'm gonna use, I bet you it's your own testimony. Right. Okay, he'll serve, so I don't think so. Yeah. What are my evidence again, though? Touch fingers. Oh no. I'm gonna go with you though. Dude, Sugi's testimony. Could have killed Haru by herself. She said she shot in self-defense. You don't know that. If that's not enough to leave more clues on the culprit, why would they help the killer with his own death? Progress. I'm at 2 hearts, by the way. However, it's impossible for Sugi to block the door to the arsenal street. You know this, right? At this point, it was only Haru in the arsenal who could have done this. The unprotected, the unnatural blood support this fact. The body. There's Haru was shot in the chest. Not seeing anything. Nope. Oh! Did you refute that? Oh, no. Brother, you're a cop. You of all people should know, shooting in the chest is not an instant death. What are we talking about? Tsurugi, that's wrong. Haru did not die immediately. You can say what you want, Maeda. As I said, Haru had his chest pierced since the bullet hit his body. With a wound like that, he would have no choice but to die immediately? Are we being dead ass? No, Haru did not die immediately. His chest was struck, but the bullet penetrated through him without getting stuck in his body. Because the amount of shock it is relatively less than the one that gets stuck, it would have been possible for him to move. And you want to know who told me that? You did. You made that claim. This is not speculation. It was you who told me this. The Nile is a river in Egypt. Holy fuck. in Compton. Is that true? If it's about the bullet pierce, of course I'm well aware of it, but was it the cop who told you about this? Yes, during the investigation, I thought he had died because he was shot in the chest at first, but Tsurugi told me, I heard that his death might not have been immediate, but he could have had trouble breathing, so he was able to move for a little bit more time. Right, please pack us up, I'm so tired. That's, at the time I just said it was a guess only. Tsurugi, why are you arguing so much? In this case, it's like Tsurugi is the culprit. We named Sasuke-chan as the culprit, and Haru did the back work. Why are you still arguing so much? Shut up, criminal! I don't like how you say that. You kind of use it as a slur, I'm not gonna lie. I feel like bro cannot handle being wrong. Haru was murdered. He was also labeled as the victim that I had to protect. A victim who deserved protection. The day before, you tried to have us all commit suicide. What are we talking about? Was it naturally on the killer's side? That's something like that. It can't be. Tsurugi. Yeah, I can't listen to this far-fetched logic. According to your logic, Kizuna Tamori was also the victim, but in reality, she was actually a terrifying bitch who was planning a crime. Are you saying that you would tolerate Kizuna's murder plan? This is such a toxic relationship. That's wrong. In that case, it was due to an accident, not the victim. Also, reviewing such a subject to the incompetent, which was Haru tried to kill Sasuke and Haruhiko. It makes no sense to help in a situation where it leaves more evidence to the culprit. But look here, the victim you had to protect was the reverse horde after trying to kill someone? What? But look here, the victim you had to protect was the reverse horde after trying to kill someone. Sure. They're very good citizens indeed. No. No. No! What the hell am I for? This is what is going on in Tsurugi's mind right now. Oh my god. Bro, every time I leave the country, I'm so happy because my ads are like normal ads, and the minute I step foot back in Canada, I just get online casino ad after online casino ad after online casino ad. Anyways, this is what's going on through Tsurugi. Wait. Oh, there you go. Wait for it, wait for it, wait for it. For so many days, many for Tsurugi? Tsurugi? Tsurugi is down! I'm gonna be so for real. This is an after trial problem. Can we like wrap the trial up first? Tsurugi! Hey, hold it right there. We're still on trial. Did he kill himself? I don't think so. I don't admit going out of the courtroom at your own will. But Tsurugi is... Oh, this is a headache. Feigning getting upset during a trial. It's a taboo to get out from the courtroom during the trial. But I guess it can't be helped. Tsurugi, I'll take him to the dormitory. You guys don't have to move. Stay in your seats. Oh my god. Imagine fucking up the flow so bad that you have to be escorted out of the trial room. Everyone's been waiting a while, right? Tsurugi arrived safely to his dorm bed, so don't worry about it and let's continue the trial. But this doesn't make things fun. Now that Tsurugi's outside the courtroom, the fact that he was sent out means that he wasn't the culprit. Now the number of people has decreased by 1. L. Dun dun dun. At least Byakuya eventually manned up. This is crazy. Well, to be fair, it looks like we're in the moment where this reconnaissance kind of reached its peak, right? So Chapter 5, I guess. Chapter 5. Tsurugi, I'm sure he'll be okay. It's the first time Tsurugi looked like that. As Monokuma said, we're still on trial. Forget him for now. He's not even dead, is he? Alright. So, where did we leave off? The culprit is Satsuki. She couldn't block the door to the arsenal. Only Haru. Is it okay to make this decision then? Anyone have a different opinion? A different opinion? I think that's the only thing we have? There's no disagreement, of course. It's logical. Only, as Tsurugi said, I also don't understand why Haru in the victim's position helped the killer. Ray... Bro, everyone's emotional. This cast is emotional intelligence. They need a Kaido. A Kaido would have solved this case in 2 seconds. That man's emotional IQ was through the fucking roof. That's right. Well, I don't know either. After all, it's like we don't get a different decision now, right? Then if you name me as the culprit, there will be no complaints and no one will be dissatisfied. Wait, not yet. What else? Even the culprit is tired of this, man. You said there's no reason to disagree? Why did Haru help the killer? And why is this killer so excited? I guess Ray is having her Byakuya moment. I guess Ray is having her Byakuya moment. If it wasn't Tsurugi, I guess it's Ray. Same goes for me. Satsuki. I won't even complain because we've been established that Yuki's fucking stupid. So, we've been established that he's an idiot. I can't argue that Suki's the culprit. However, why? Why call yourself the killer? Are you trying to die? What? Why do you ask? Well, like I said earlier, it became a nuisance, so that's a good reason, right? It's not good lying, but I think I do better than Satsuki-chan. I'm not good at lying, but I think I do better. No, infamously, your fake alibi was so dog-watered that we figured out you were involved in the case like 10 seconds into the trial. What are you talking about? Don't mess around. You'll be executed if you let this go, but if you die, the truth of this case will remain as a matter that will be solved. I'm a woman who doesn't give up until I know 100% of the problem I've challenged. I mean, I guess. Please tell us, Sasuke, if you really are the culprit, you have a duty to take responsibility for your actions. She did! She confessed! That is her taking responsibility for her actions. She confessed! Tell me, when I thought I was the culprit, all I could do was get blamed. What are you trying to hide? Let us hear it, Sasuke. I don't know. I'm just the culprit. That's all I am. At least she's being way more composed than Tsurugi. This is true. Why? She started shouting. I don't know. Baka. Waka. Satsuki. Oh my god. I know what this is leading up to. Just start. Just vote. Just vote. Z enters space. Bro, that video will forever fry me. I'm sorry. The streamer has to go. We're in. I have 2 hearts, don't I? Oh fuck. I don't know anything. Baka. Culprit hazard change? What are you talking about? I don't know anything. Okay. Why is this so much easier to do than Tsurugi's? I mean, not than Kinji's. Kinji was actually crashing out last chapter. What the fuck? Oh, what the fuck? Oh my god. What the fuck? Haru's no? What the other pistol that broke Haru's hand? Oh my god. Because Kinji was the GOAT, I guess. No deaths! Let's go! All it took me was to know 90% of the case for me to have a trial with no deaths. The reasoning is not over yet, Satsuki. And it's already over! No, it's not. The one thing we overlooked across. Does anyone recall? Eh? Was there anything like that? As Suki-chan said, wasn't the reasoning over? It's about the pistol that destroyed Haru's hand. That's right, because we decided it was Tsuruya's doing earlier and over it. Actually, if you think a little about it, it wasn't Tsuruya that destroyed Haru's right hand. What are you saying? That makes no sense, mate. I replaced the bullet and Haru grabbed it and his right hand got wounded. Stupid fool. If what you say is true, the gun he touched should have been shattered as well. Why would we have one more remaining intact? Oh right, come to think of it, even when Tsuruya was rushed as a culprit, he said that he didn't know why it ended up like that. That's right, I was freaking out for excuses. When I think about it again, if Haru used the gun that I modified, the gun should have blown up. Tsuruya, are you sure you didn't touch 2 guns? Right, I can show you this, trust me, I only touched 1 gun unconditionally. Wait a minute, then won't it get even more weird? Tsuruya did it, why did Haru get caught in the same trap Tsuruya did and injured his right hand? It can't be deduced by us alone, except for one person, Satsuki. I don't know! No, you must likely know why. Suki, don't you remember at the beginning of the case, at the beginning of the trial, you said that Haru tried to shoot you, then you grabbed the gun and shot him in self-defense, ended up killing him. Am I going crazy? When did she say this? When did she say this? Actually, like deadass, when did she say this? Fair or not, it's just my thoughts. If Suki's words were true, wouldn't it have been that Haru knew the gun would explode? He knew it was going to explode? Deliberately breaking his hand, was he trying to commit suicide? Maybe so. Let me tell you this, just unfounded imagination, just listen for now. I don't know how someone changed the bullets in the same manner that Tsuruya did, but probably it was Haru himself who did it. Since the second half of the trial, the word suicide continued to rattle, because this case was too weird to see it as an ordinary murder scenario. But in the end, Haru did not commit suicide because Monokuma doesn't deal with suicides. All that to Sakura. Even if he wanted to commit the act, he wouldn't have done it because it just ends as a wasted death. So perhaps he thought about it like this. Was Haru trying to save Satsuki? Try to save her? Deliberately aiming at Satsuki, the gun that explodes when shooting, surprised Satsuki shoots in response. Even if she shot the floor, she doesn't get hurt and only his hands fly away. And because Satsuki's shot hit him, his death wasn't treated as a suicide. Later, when Satsuki leaves in surprise, he remains alone in the arsenal. He does himself the extra effort to make the case even more complicated. Honest to God, no. This is the most straightforward case y'all have had. Y'all are the ones that made it complicated. Like, for example, blocking the door to the arsenal and messing with the guns. Well, of course, no evidence of this, it's just my imagination. The fact that Haru blocked the door seems to... Yes. This is crazy. Haru, in order to save Satsuki, means he gave up his life? In order to save all of us? Theoretically. Hold on, that's possible, but you always finish with the line as your imagination. There's a 0% chance that the incompetence words are true. Why? I was in Maeda, and I was rather thinking that that was the truth. Think first. He gave up his life and tried to save someone else. Humans aren't that simple. They would be afraid to do it. Even in ordinary circumstances, it would be even more unreasonable in an extreme situation where there's no food and living like us. Mind you, Suzuki literally admitted she did this like shit like 3 hours ago. It was literally the first thing she said in the trial. Yuki was like, damn, shit awkward as hell. Anyone got anything to say? And then Tatsuki, right after that, said, it was me. I did it. But not long ago, Ayame, for Akane, she threw her life away. I mean, just, you know, not threw her life away, but she sacrificed herself. Ayame-chan! That's not the case now. At that time, even the most extreme situation wasn't there, and she didn't save Akane with 100% pure intentions. Did you forget? Ayame clearly had a desire to save Akane, but she also wanted to escape from here. She committed murder with such a sloppy heart, although she eventually revealed her true face to us. However, in a scenario of Haru, like Ayame, there is not a single reason for themselves. According to the Akane, he gave up his life 100% purely to only save Satsuki. No matter how close Haru was with Satsuki, it would be absurd to say they were family members, and he gave up their lives in extreme circumstances. Correct. They were not family members, because they were in love! Oh my god, you can't be serious. Romeo and Juliet, famously the most prime example of the extreme actions that love will make you do. Are we being serious right now? Of course, if that's true, then it deserves my respect. I can't take this anymore. I know. When I said it was an unfounded idea, you didn't really have to refute it like that. Right, please. Of course, I'm not saying it's absolutely impossible like that crazy cop. I don't think so, but it is absurd. If he had been thinking of Satsuki like that, he would have done something earlier, but I don't have a clue. If his words are wrong, how would you describe the reason for Haru's right hand? I'll have to think about that more. I swear to fuck, just end this. And for someone to make a decision or to save her life to the point of even giving up his life. Anyways, there's no objection that Tsukubi is the culprit. Is there? Do you really want to go over his right hand? I like this wrapped up as soon as possible. I'm getting bored of it. Do you know how cooked this trial has to be for Monokuma to be bored? No, but we have to know the truth of this case. It's true. What? Yuki, are you psychic? It's exactly as if you read someone's mind. What are you talking about? I don't feel like an adult to keep trying to hide. What? And be a nuisance to all of you. I don't think this trial will ever be over at this rate. And as Yuki said, as long as you commit murder, you gotta be responsible for it. Satsuki. Where should I start? Oh yeah, since Kabazin came to my room early in the morning, you know, until this moment came, I couldn't imagine how everything played out. Woohoo! Now for the juicy part of this trial. Who is it? Kabazin? What's wrong? Going around a dog like this, you'll get hungry. I think I'm gonna die hungry, then killed. Satsuki, this is not a joke, so listen seriously. I have something to say to you. Kabazin? Okay. Tell me. It'll take a little time. Hold me for a minute. And that's when Mikako saw them. Oh, no, this is when they answered. Koishikawa? Isn't this the arsenal? Why this place? Satsuki, is your body okay? You haven't eaten in a few days now. Is it painful? Yeah, I'm hungry enough to die. Except for that, I'm fine. But what's this all of a sudden? It's giving me goosebumps. Actually, I have a favor to ask you. What do you want to ask? Kill me. What are you saying? Did you commit a sin for being a perv? I get it. It's delightful that Kabazin is lusting for his girls, but it's not enough to kill you. I said I wasn't playing around. Sorry. No, it was my bad. Sorry, I shouted out of nowhere. Help! Ah, damn it. How do I explain this? Koishikawa, are you about to die? I've been thinking all this time, when this division was born, it was our fault, right? Even if we had a little more food left, it wouldn't have been so serious. I can't deny it. Besides, until now, Tsurugi was guarding the arsenal, so no murder occurred. But eventually, Tsurugi went crazy. No one is guarding the arsenal right now. Yeah, Yuki was literally on his way to do just that. If we don't make a decision now, someone will definitely commit a murder. So that's what you want to say. Okay. You mean that the two of us who are the most guilty will take responsibility? Honestly, I didn't want to involve you. It was me who first suggested to eat the food. I wanted to end up by dying if I could. I remember Monokuma's words, a murder case must happen in order to escape the ballroom, and suicide is not accepted. In the end, you can't solve it alone, so you need someone else's help, but the person who helps you will also be bound to be executed for being the culprit. so I'll be in risk of death too. Yeah. I have no other person to suggest, only Teruya or you, who committed the same crime. Teruya was... Thank God that Teruya overslept, because you will not believe what he had planned for you, dog. He was already on that. But, you know, me and him are in bad rays right now. Of course, I have no intention of recommending this, but the moment you accept this, you will die, Sasuke. Okay, I'll cooperate. What? I'm saying I'll do what Kabazing wants. So suddenly like this, will you be okay with it? That you're going to die? Well, even if we're in the ballroom, we're gonna die anyways. That's not what I... Rather than staying still like this and watching my friends become murderers or starving them to death, I prefer to save everyone and die with Kabazing. Satsuki. Damn it, I'm really sorry. Because of me, you really are a good girl. However, there's one condition. What? What condition? I don't want to kill Kabazing, so Kabazing will kill me! What? What are you talking about? It's the same no matter what way we die, but why do you want to die by my hand? Aw. If I become the culprit, I'll be executed by Monokuma then. I hate that. I'd rather die being killed by Kabazing. You're gonna grab a gun in the arsenal here anyway and kill me. Do you think it hurts a lot when you're shot? It's not a pain or a problem. I don't like being killed by a thing like Monokuma. And that's exactly what's gonna happen to her. You don't want to? No, there's no way I can kill you. The same goes for me. How could I kill Kabazing? There'll be no end to this. Instead of fighting, why don't we just sit down with this nonsense? They're doomed. That's because Kabazing first looks at me and suggests the impossible thing to kill him. If you can't, then why did you accept then? Then don't do it. That's no good. I've already decided. Then kill me already. Again, I can't do that. I really value Kabazing, so killing my friend is... I'm not happy that I'm your favorite, okay? Wow, Kabazing's face is blushing! Idiot, I'm talking about an important thing here. We're going back and forth. I'm not messing around. Ah, my stomach hurts because I haven't eaten anything. Are you okay? You know, we don't have much time either. It's the fact that I might die tomorrow. In the meantime, others may be in pain or planning a murder. Everyone's in trouble. Satsuki, what if we do it like this? Have you ever seen a Western movie? Western movie? I haven't seen it, but I know what it is. They walk back and forth in a courtyard, then turn around and shoot at the same time after some time passes. Yes, let's decide with that. In the worst case of this, we could kill each other, but it's still not a suicide, so the others will be able to live. It's uncomfortable that I have to shoot Kabazing, but okay, that would be fair. Let's do it with that. Alright, it's decided. Let's move. Pick up one pistol. Oh my god. Kabazing, are you still not done? What's taking so long to pick a gun? Wait a minute, almost done. Because he mentioned that he likes military shit, so he stopped. This is so sad. So he also knew that by loading the gun with the wrong bullets, that it would fuck up his hand, and he wouldn't actually shoot Satsuki. Oh shit. Oh no. Okay. Are you ready, Satsuki? I'm not a girl who goes back on her word. Besides, it seems more fun to decide this way. Fun, you say? I already said it again and again, but seriously. I mean, we play a lot of games so far, right? Basketball, running, poker, darts. I was all doing my best without looking at our fights at all. The total was equal. Was it like that? I remember the results of all our previous matches, so probably so far, Kabazing and I had 14 matches. 6 wins, 6 losses, and 2 draws in perfect balance. You really have a good memory on useless places. Suddenly, I thought this was the last game, so it made me feel strange. I can't believe that I'm risking my life at all. If you really want to give up now, you can tell me. I don't want to force you. Oh my god. No, because I'm serious too. Like you said, I'll stop playing around. Are you ready? Yeah. From here, go back and take 3 steps. We'll shoot at the same time after that. Okay. But his gun won't shoot her. His gun won't shoot her. Satsuki! Haru! Damn. Haru Shikawa? Ah! Haru! Why did you do this? You're good, Satsuki. The last game was my victory. That's not what I mean. Why did your hand explode? Sorry. I saw it. This is unbelievable. Let's do it again. I was worried about what would happen if I died immediately in case I was hit in a bad spot. Fortunately, it looks like I'm still alive. I'll tell you what I can. Sorry, Satsuki. I lied. Because you killed me and wanting to save everyone. It's not the truth. What? Who I really wanted to save was you, Satsuki. Wait! He really said, fuck us! You deserve to live! Wait! Ah! Me? It was useless information, so I didn't tell the others because it would just confuse them. But I was searching for a few days, and I found a badge with a head of Monica. That's what the treasure was. It was a smoke screen and a flash grenade. Stop, they're so cute. I hate this game. I hate it. Because I found it, Monokuma appeared and said he would give me it as a prize and congratulated me on finding the treasure. That's the treasure, Monokuma said. It was really here. And there it showed me a photo of me and you kissing. You're telling me they are the would you fall in love with me in every timeline? You're telling me before their memories were erased, they were actually dating? And in the Killing Game, when their memories were reset to 0, they fell in love with each other again? Oh my god. Red. This is so cooked. A photo of me and you kissing, doing a selfie. Kobushikawa, even a time like this, what kind of joke? It's real. It shows our commemorative photo with you as my lover. Can we stop playing? You shouldn't forget. Then it vanished. Kobushikawa and Satsat. You've never done such a thing. It's the same for me too. There are no memories of pictures of me and you, let alone kissing. We met here for the first time a month ago. But why? It doesn't feel odd. Even if that photo was manipulation, I felt unknown emotions, and I thought that I didn't want to let you die. I had no idea what you're saying. Haru, stop, it's too cheesy. Put up with it, I'm gonna die anyways. I wanted to say this much, that maybe I liked you after some point. Even if I die like this, there are guys like Tsurugi, Rei, Maeda, so they'll find out about this in a minute. So you better get back to your room, and act usual, pretend you don't know anything. Leave the rest to me. Why are you saying that, Haru? Stop it! Stop talking! No matter how much they think, they won't know that I, the victim, did all these tricks. I mean, this is the most emotionally stunted groups. This is like, out of all the cast members in Danganronpa, this is the one cast that actually could have failed with this trick. Actually. Part of it was to pretend to shoot you on purpose and give away my right hand. This is a pretty old gun. It can explode while pulling the trigger even if you put normal bullets in a magazine. Ah. You can't die. No, I'm gonna die. And Satsuki, you can live. Leave it to me. I can't make someone as cheerful and happy as you die like this. Bazing. I'm sorry for doing this in such a crappy way. And when the trial's over, tell the other guys that you're sorry too. I'm sorry that I fought with Teruya. I'm sorry for sacrificing Tsurugi and the others. I'm sorry that my feelings don't want Satsuki to sacrifice herself. Damn, it hurts really badly. Oh my god. Kabazing, don't move. Don't die. Of course, I'm doing this in order to die. Once you leave, I have to get the job done. You have to go now, before someone sees this. I hate this. This is wrong. I want to save you. Please go. Because this is my last wish. Please listen. I want you to live. But... leave! Yeah, just do that. Thank you, Satsuki. Whether it was real or fake, I still loved you. Man! Man! And then I went back to my room. As Haru said, I stayed still until morning. I don't know what trick he did. I don't know what trick he was going to do at the time. I wasn't sure until I heard your story in the trial. This is all I know. I need a bottle of Jack. Kabazing was by me while intentionally trying to save me in order to confuse you guys while doing so. In other words, he did everything in order to save me. Honest to God, this is her worst fear self-actualized. She says that she wants to confess before either her or Yuki dies. What Satsuki and Haru went through is literally her worst fear actualized. Wait, this is too much. Haru was apologizing to me, and I tried to kill him. I see now. If he saw the letter sent by Teruya, he wouldn't have gone to the arsenal. Nevertheless, the reason why he went to the arsenal was because Haru didn't even notice Teruya's letter from the very beginning. It was only to sacrifice himself and to save only Satsuki. Ray still horrifying, probably. Well, there you go. Hold on. And why did he do it with the same way as Teruya? He didn't. It was just an old gun. The gun was put in his hand the same way. This is some trick and did it in advance. That's what I thought too. But when Haru chose the gun, he was doing something in the corner for a long time. He was the kind of guy who was telling me the guns weren't fun or usual, so I wonder if he had some kind of knowledge about them. He does! That stupid idiot. He really gave up his life for others? No! He did not give up his life for you. He gave up his life for his day one, Satsuki. And you just kicked the opportunity that he arranged to let you survive? What were you thinking? I don't understand this at all. I don't know. I know that Haru liked me, and he didn't want to do this. After all this, I've been struggling a lot since then, until the class trial was held. I don't think that's the way. It's so unreasonable for all you to die just for one person, right? I feel sorry for betraying Haru, but I'll be happy if you guys live. How can that be? Blood related from... I mean, you know what? I guess, Ray. I guess. Ray finds out that loves exist in 4K. No, actually. Literally. Well, I'm not smart as Ray, so I don't think I can give a very cool reason for it. I just told myself that I was the culprit, because it makes me convince myself that I did this. But then why didn't you say everything from the very beginning and hide the truth even more What do you mean? What are you talking about? She confessed. She confessed. That's because of Haru. He decided to take a chance between all of you in order to save me. Because of this, especially if Tsurugi finds out, it would seem like, from Haru's view, he already died, that I would have insulted him. I didn't want to do anything that would put more disgrace on Haru anymore, because he already died to try to save my life. I'm let this on slide because I love you, but son. That's why I told you at the end. Still, I don't think badly of Haru. He wouldn't have thought of all this, and if it wasn't for him, we all would have died. Such a thing. It's not possible. Satsuki-chan, are you really satisfied with this? Even if we live, you will die. No, I'm fine with dying. Why are you all so worried? I'm fine with my choice. No matter what happens, don't forget to smile. Don't forget to smile. It's one of my teachings of my own brother, and it's my belief too. But after Haru died, you cried, right? That's off topic. Please just think Satsuki was Satsuki for a minute. Yeah, because it hit her like a bag of bricks that he's gone. Yuki, thanks to Yuki. I don't want to hear. I don't want her to die. Oh my god. I was able to do everything. I feel so relieved. Oh yeah, I was impressed to see Maeda come up with the whole truth about Haru. Yuki's a real teacher in my heart. And we helped her practice too. Well then, Yuki, I think we finished the trial soon. Give me the thing you always do at the end. That? Yeah, that! Climax reasoning, let's go! From now on, the climax reasoning will begin. Would you like to hear the tutorial? Tears are ready. That's funny. Okay, so now that we got there, I was confused about when the bullet went off because I knew from the prepared tears, I knew that Haru. So, what I knew about the case going in was that Sasuke and Haru came to an agreement to kill each other. But I thought that Haru didn't shoot her straight up. I thought that he just didn't fire and let Sasuke shoot instead. I also saw a CG. I don't know if it's here or not. Let's see if it is here. No. Okay, well, I saw the CG of them like dancing, and while they were dancing, their arms were crossed with the guns pointed at each other. So I thought that's what happened. So Sasuke pressed her gun, and Haru didn't. So that's why I thought that he didn't shoot, and that's why I was all confused about like his hand nonsense. But yeah. Okay, so unfortunately, the 3-hour prediction, the 3-hour runtime was correct. I cannot do this. I cannot stay any longer than I have stayed. So I guess we'll do a little makeshift thing where I'll just leave my computer on until tomorrow. And we will finish this. We're gonna have no, I'll do like an actual proper stream after this, but it's gonna feel so weird. Alright, I'll admit it. I probably should have ended the stream. But still, let's end this all on Tsurugi. So true. Even Ray was like, this doesn't make sense to me, but I know it's a possibility. I'm like Tsurugi's crazy ass. It just doesn't make sense to me. So yeah. So anyways, guys, hope you enjoyed. And yeah, I will see you guys tomorrow to wrap it up. Bye.